Hello.
What's
Hello.
going on?
Welcome to Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tasty Tuesday.
Tasty Tuesday.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, Tasty Tuesday. And today we're going to have a real good taste.
Oh, this is gonna be good, y'all.
Yes, this should be a very interesting one. And I hear we're going to have guests.
Are we gonna have guests?
I did not. I did not. What's the name? Let me see. I'll see. But let's talk about it. So
Okay.
I thought it would be great to discuss
Hmm.
married sex versus single sex. I love to hear my co host.
One thing, I never, ever, 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 ever got enough sex when I was married.
You never got enough sex when you were married,
Yeah.
but you got enough sex when you were single.
Yeah. At
Yes, ma'am.
times. At times I wasn't getting any sex, but I think I had more control over the amount of sex that I had and I got and I wanted in my
Mhm.
post-marital life than while I was married.
And this is why this is a great topic because Wise could attest to this. I'm not saying it's in his personal life, but men tend to think that before they put that ring on it, they woman is swinging off the chandeliers, and then when that ring come on,
Yep, that's what
it's
happens.
every other Tuesday.
That's what happens a lot. And I feel
That was what happened to me, and I wasn't a dude.
but I feel it's like the way you get them is the way you should keep them. If you're a freak in the beginning, be a freak all through it. If you're a person that's good with sex once a week, let your partner know, show it. But to me, a lot of ladies, I can't speak for the men because I don't go that route. But a lot of the ladies, when you're dating them, they throwing it to you as often as you want it, they're giving it to you. Then all of a sudden, after you have the ring on the finger, that's when they're tired, they got the headache, they're busy. But in some women's defense, some men don't handle the responsibilities at home as far as like helping around the house and doing things. So if you have a young lady that works a 9 to 5, then she got to come home and work another 9 to 5. Like, of course, she's going to be tired. But if you have a situation where you're a woman and you have a man that helps, that not helps, that contributes in the household
Yes.
and does what he has to do, you guys should get it in as often as possible. So it's a tricky situation. I
So
don't
I
know.
think I think as a newly married person that there's an expectation that comes with whether negative or positive, right? There's an expectation that comes with now you're married. We're supposed to be doing XYZ. Those things come into play in people's minds, both sides. Now you're married. You're supposed to have sex with me. You're supposed to be giving it to me every other day or every whatever that sexual preference is, right? Wherein, like you said, you know, when you get married traditionally, there's no kids.
Right.
There's none of that.
Hmm.
It's just you and your partner. And then when the kids come into play and school come into play and daycare and work and married life, and then now you got to learn to juggle. Now you got to learn how to be a spouse, a parent, keep your house a certain way and all of these other things. And let's not talk about if you're married in your 30s and 40s and not your 20s. You gonna be tired.
Why you gonna be tired?
No, sex and tired doesn't really have anything to do with each other.
I disagree. Because, okay, why do you say sex and tired don't have nothing to do with it? Because if you're tired, you're not going to give 100%. If you're burnt out, like how Wise is saying, where, either one, let's not put it on agenda, right? Whether it be the guy not doing his part, whether it be the girl not doing her part, right? If you are the 9-to-5er, you are the parent, you getting the kids ready for bed, and you're gonna be tired.
And that's why your spouse is supposed to help. That's why it's a joint. That's why it's a partnership. And your partner cannot complain now if they're not doing their part and putting everything on you, then you're tired. Like, nah, you played yourself. So now go play with yourself. So that's it.
Not now, go play with yourself.
That's right.
So, Barbara, why do you say tiredness and sex don't match? Why do you say that?
One of the things, I think when you live with somebody or when you're married, one person sees sex as being like they don't have to try as hard.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes, some people.
Like I always give it 100%. Maybe not every time, but like the high percentage of the time, I give it 100%, even if I'm tired. Because for me, it's like it decompresses me. Like it will give my body more energy and make me feel sort of like cheerful. But when you're in a relationship or married, it sort of becomes like a chore. And I don't think that it's really about being tired. I think it's really about being like misunderstood.
It's the mentality, I think.
Yeah, because
it's the mentality.
You're tired, but if your person gets who you are and understands like where on your body, because I constantly needed to be different. Like I constantly needed to be like a different experience all the time. And it's like,
but see, like you just said, for some people it become a chore. And to me, that's sad. Like,
it's really sad.
Like I was dealing with a young lady a while back. And when we first linked up, she was like, I'm a freak. You don't know. I could do this. I could do that. Then when she saw what Wise was about, she was like, oh my God. Like, you don't want to ever stop. And I'm like, hold up, but don't talk all that shit.
But see, you can't say that because there's different levels to one freakiness. Some people think because they give head, they freaky.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
God, yeah.
There's some people that you can't
out of the tiny square box makes you.
No, I understand what you're saying, Sean. But what I'm saying is, don't come to me and be like, I can fuck every day. I'm a nasty bitch. I could do this. I could do that. And then when you find a nigga that's like, oh, come on, let's go. Oh shit! Like he really wanted to do this.
Yesterday.
Right. Like now you running. Like, nah, don't run now.
Now you running.
Right. Don't run. Like, come get this. Come handle this.
Not
And
comfortable.
and that's the thing. Like, and when she said it's a chore for some people, to me, that's a sad state in your relationship. Because I could understand being tired. I could understand saying, damn, like, all right, even being tired to the point that a person goes, damn, I'm tired tonight. I don't really think I could like do what I gotta do. I would respect that. But with
But
7 days in a week,
mm-hmm.
like, nah, we gotta work this in a couple of times a week. Like, we gotta
Of
do this.
course. What's a
Right.
couple of times?
I
No, but
remember when I was married. Before I was married, I was a single mom, and I did not live with my ex-husband. We saw each other on the weekends, and usually between the kid and trying to hang out with friends and trying to find a babysitter and whatever, we get to it like once a week. But it was good. It was always good. It wasn't like you know, it wasn't a problem. It was good. It was enjoyable. Then when we got married, it was kind of like I'm like, I'd like to do at least 3, 4 times a week. He was like, what? What? Oh my God. Like, what kind of an animal are you?
the same
Not an
animal
animal.
that he had in the beginning.
Right. But no, but it was once a
I
week.
know.
So
He
it
told
was once a week. So that is kind of it changed for her. He was used to once a week, and then now it's like, no, we need to up this some, and then it changed for him.
yeah, I'm like, he's like, oh, but I work overnight. I'm like, yeah, but the kid goes to bed at like 8 o'clock. You don't leave until like 9:30. We could get it in.
You wanted a quickie.
I wanted an any.
Damn.
It was like it became this constant thing. And sometimes like it wouldn't happen for like 3 weeks. And I'd be like out of
Oh
my
no,
mind. I'd be
no,
getting carpal tunnel. I'd be running out of batteries.
not carpal.
Like I'd be
I
losing
think
my
if
mind.
I was ever married and didn't have sex for 3 weeks straight, I think I would have a fit. I know I would have a fit. But
I
like I
would
said,
We ain't have sex in 30 days. We broke up.
people make
No,
people
I
make
was like having a fit all the time.
people make it a chore, and that's the bad part.
But see, here's the thing. I will say that it's no excuse. You know, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, and this is something that you know what I'm saying, then you're supposed to do it, right? So if not, then don't get married if you're not going to
Do
be
it.
married. Huh?
You're supposed to want to do it.
Right. But like I was watching, I don't know if you know the people who it's this couple called the Ellises or whatever like that. So the wife was talking about how they got together really young in their 20s.
Mhm.
And then once she started having kids, they got married, whatever. Once she started having kids, she was saying, so they both had great points. So he was saying, how do you tell me you want me to be with only you?
Oh, I saw that episode.
Right. And you want me to be with only you, but you don't want to have sex all the time. And I'm this young, energetic guy. I like to have sex. And and then her thing was, it's the kids, it's it's the household chores, it's this, it's that. And it can become, so I understood her and I understood him because, he was like, you don't want me to cheat. You want me to be solely to you, but you don't want to give me none. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? And her thing was like, it's not a chore thing, but it's like is, when you are a mom of, they have all boys. When you're a mom of, these kids, and your man is on the road, and your man is doing this, and your man is doing that, it becomes this, like, this is yet another thing I have to accomplish before my day is over.
Yeah,
That's where it becomes the chore in their mind. Not like a chore, like a job, but it's like,
But here is where, like, the whole concept of pink flags comes in at the beginning, because you got to think a little bit. Like, you got to find somebody who feels about sex the same way you do. Like, I was already, like, deeply into my relationship with my ex-husband before I knew what I wanted sexually.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, I was even married for a few years before, like, I determined what I wanted and what I needed. Like, because it isn't just frequency. It's like, yeah, you can hit it every day, but if it's boring or it's unsatisfying, or you're left, you're taking a 75% and then it's over, that's also another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of times, like, later on, like, just before the marriage ended, where if we would go away for the weekend or whatever, I'd be like, see if you can get yourself a Viagra or a couple, because it helped.
To do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there would be some ability, because we had a lot of problems.
And that, I will say this, that will also, whether single or married, that will also play a part in your sex life.
Oh my
If
God.
you have a lot of problems, then it's like, cheating, or like, men don't realize that when you cheat, that is the quickest way to dry a girl's coochie right on up.
But listen to what you're saying, Sean. And
Resentment.
this is what drives me crazy about women.
Well, okay.
Women put the cheating on men automatically. In 2023, women cheat more than men.
No, what I'm saying is,
No.
I agree.
If one partner is cheating, it is the fastest way
To ruin your romance.
Oh yes, I agree with that.
There's a short list of things that damages the bond.
No, I agree with that 100%.
Because, and I know you got to, because you is so visual and all this other stuff. If your girl cheated on you, you are not gonna. First of all, she ain't gonna be able to have sex again, because he's gonna be like, bye. But
you already know that.
If y'all did,
as somebody who was cheated on, I got the most sex and the best sex because he was sneaky like that.
Mm-hmm.
The person that he was involved with when I was pregnant made my baby a blanket.
That's interesting.
And somebody else that I knew whose partner was unfaithful when they were expecting a baby, that person too bought a gift for the baby.
What is wrong with people?
A lot.
People don't care.
No, they don't. They don't. But even bigger than that, like, the bond, like, if the person knows you cheated, or if the person caught you cheating, or if the person caught you entertaining other women and stuff like that, and depending on what the hell you said, that is not going to make me feel warm and fuzzy, or the person feel warm and fuzzy to be like,
Oh, of
okay,
course not.
like, let's have sex.
Of course not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so people got to remember that too. Like, you know, then it'll be like, oh, you don't give me none. You out here giving you got community penis. Like, no.
But see, the thing with that also, I believe it goes back to what we always speak about. When you first start dealing with someone and you find yourself getting serious, you have to have these conversations. You have to let a person know what you want, what you expect, what you need. If you're a person that feels out of 7 days in a week, I want sex at least 6, you have to let your partner know that.
You can't marry a one-time-a-week person.
Right. And people can't read your mind unless you tell them what you need and what you want. True. So, and that's true what Barbara said. If you're a hypersexual person, you can't deal with a person that is good with having sex once a month.
That's insane. Nobody, unless you're sick, like, who likes to have sex once a month? I've never met
a lot of people. No, there is a lot of.
There's people out there that's like that, men and women. That's like, they're good. If we have sex once a week, okay. If we have sex once a month, I'm not gonna tell you no names, but Sean, you know one
that want to have sex once a month.
Yep, she was like, "Oh, you know, I'm good with."
How old is she?
She's like in her mid-40s now. And when she said that to me, I was like, we would never link up. I was like, nah, no way, no how.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay. I'm 60 years old, and I do not imagine that I would ever be that once a month person.
I know I wouldn't.
Unless something medical happened to me.
Yeah, no. Once a month is that's ridiculous.
But there's people out there that's cool with that. And like I said, there's men and there's women that and it's all about the conversation. And that conversation, you have to speak about what you're willing to take, what you're not willing to do, what you are willing to do. It's the whole conversation, and people may be like, "Oh, that's not very romantic, whatever, whatever," but at least it's real, because now you know where you stand with a person. Like Sean, ever since I've known Sean, and we had our conversations, the one thing Sean always told him, like, no, nobody's going through the back door. So if you got a dude that wants that, and he can't do without, he knows you can't mess with Sean.
Right.
I'm a dude. I'll tell a female, like, yo, when we doing our thing,
poke in the nose holes.
I'm poking with everywhere.
As I said, the nose hole.
But it ain't no butt play with wives. We can't do that. And some women like that. Some women feel they want to put their fingers in dudes. You put your finger anywhere near my ass, I'm choking life out of you. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I would do anything for love, but I won't.
I won't do that. No, I won't do that. But see, there's people that like that's down with it. I have a friend that.
Oh, I know people who can't live without it.
Right. I know a dude that his wife would insert the toy in him from time to time, but they were into that.
No, you pop like a rocket.
He popped like a rocket. Don't bring no toy nowhere around me. No. Because if you put the fake one in there, you'll put the real one in there. So I don't know.
That's a fact. It ain't no difference.
So not true. So
I'm saying that's just my mental. So I'm like, no, don't even come around. Don't play. If you want to live,
Not if you want to live. You're
if
gonna
you want to live, don't play.
kill.
Like no,
holy moly.
Right.
but
I'm playing wise but y'all.
that's right. No, we ain't doing that. But it's different people that like different things, that do different things. I have young ladies I've dealt with that, like I said, you know who me and Sean used to work for. So I break out the cuffs or whatever. They with it. Then I have some that's like, yo, don't even think about that. So it's all with the conversation and what you're willing to do for each other and how far you're willing to go. And like I said, especially in a serious monogamous relationship, I'm willing to do almost anything. I'm not going to say anything, but I feel you got to go hard to please your significant other.
True. True. I agree with everything you're saying.
But you can't be uncomfortable. So I'm not going to make her do anything that she's uncomfortable with. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not going to try. But
So do you think, let me ask y'all this, because
coercion is not foreplay.
you
What
said what's
happened?
not foreplay?
Always remember, coercion is not foreplay.
No, I ain't going to.
Right.
I'm going to ask. I'm sorry. If I want anal, I'm going to ask. I'm going to say it. Like, and the only thing you can say is yes or no.
Oh, God.
I dealt with a woman that was like, yo, if you don't do that, you can't have nothing. So it depends. Like I said, it depends on the person. That was her thing.
So let me ask y'all this. Here's a question.
Okay.
Do you think, as two married people, do you think there's some things that sexually that should be saved for your husband versus for your singledom?
That
I
one
used
is
to
hard.
think like that when I was young.
You said what?
I used to think like that when I was young. I
That
remember.
means she don't think like that anymore.
No, I don't. I definitely don't. I used, like, when I first got engaged, there was some stuff that I felt like was a little bit off limits that I let come into play. And then maybe a little bit more so when I got married. I think I was like a little bit free. But then the whole thing of like me being accused of like always being on and about, like, that I kind of got like enough. And then I didn't even, like, I would try when we were like in a really bad spot, I would try new things. But I think outfits. I think I only, before I was married, like I had one or two outfits. And then when I was married, I had an outfit, like everything from like Bo Peep to a dominatrix. Like I was like really an outfit girl. Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, I remember one time when my sister was getting married, we went into like a big lingerie store that they've been out of business like 20 years. It was a big lingerie place, and they had like a naughty teachers, naughty nuns, naughty shepherds, naughty, like, you name it, naughty crossing guards, like naughty pizza girl. I mean, yeah. And I was like going to the store like, I got that. Oh, that only comes in one size. You could borrow that one. My sister's like,
But see, the thing with that Sean was asking,
yeah.
I think that's a kind of loaded question.
How?
Because, all right.
When you're young, you have the objective.
Nah, let me
I'm not even looking at it like that. I'm
All right.
not looking at it like that. Go ahead.
Being a good lapsed Catholic girl, when I was young, I was a good Catholic girl, and I had an objective.
Them Catholic girls are the worst. So
They
I,
are, honest to God, really.
I know a few of them. So no, I know.
I had to like put the trail of breadcrumbs to the altar and let him like follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the church.
But Sean,
And then he
what?
got better stuff the minute he committed to doing that. And then in the very beginning, he got some real good stuff. And then it just became like the next several years was just this constant power struggle over who was going to get it, who was going to give it.
But see what I was saying. Where I was saying it's like a tricky situation. I'm saying, what if you're in a long-term relationship? What if you're with someone 5, 6, 7 years? To me, that's like you're married.
Not to name names.
To
So
me, that's like
I
you're
get
married.
what you're saying. No, it is like you're married, but technically we all have been married on this
Right.
podcast. But we both know that even though technically it's like you're married, you're still not married.
Right. No, not married is not married.
Right. You still can kind of think. So I had this thing. So for me, I had this thing where, okay, I'm open sexually, but there's these things that only my husband will get.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was at with that. And I kept that until I actually got married. I'm open sexually, but there's certain things that I think you should only do within.
No, but I can respect that. I don't feel there's nothing wrong with that. I kind of feel there's certain things you should do for your husband or wife that not everybody could get.
Right.
That is sacred. It's just for you guys.
Right.
But
I always had this thing. I will say this. I always had this thing with. I'm about to tell my business real quick. But I always had this thing where I'm not creating videos with boyfriends. And then you got all these videos out there in the world, you know what I'm saying? With you and these men that you've had these rendezvous with. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not doing that.
But see, I understand that. But like I told this one young lady, because see, you going in your brother's wheelhouse.
Let's
I told this young lady, I said, listen, if you feel some way about that, I really don't give a fuck. You put the video on your phone. You keep it. You're in charge. I don't care. And if you want to show that shit, I know I'm putting in work, so I don't care. Do what you do. Do what you do. And because a young lady did tell me that, oh my God, no, I don't do that because you know how guys are and they could do this and they could.
Yeah, you get mad and the next thing I know, my shit is on Pornhub.
But like I said,
I got burned by that in marriage right quick. We had gotten in the year 2000, we got a digital camera.
Mm-hmm.
So we were together for ever and ever. We were together already for that 15 years, 16 years at that time. And he took some pictures. Next thing you know, we're a couple of years later, we're getting a divorce. He showed those pictures to my kids and their friends.
First of all, he's psychotic.
Very much so.
Because why the fuck would you show anything to your kids? That's disgusting.
To show them that I was a whore.
But you're a whore with their father. How are you a whore if you're doing it with their father?
No, forget the father part. You was doing it with your husband.
Right. Right. So he's just ridiculous anyway. But my point that I was making is, like I said, in a situation like that.
And so nobody's gotten nude since.
But in a situation like that,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Now I'm good.
You could do it on your phone, and you could erase it right in front of me or whatever. I don't care. But even women do that to men too. Because, like I said, I don't know if I
They
told you.
do.
I don't know if I told you the one where this young lady, you know, she asked for a pic or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. Sent her the pic. Cool. She sold my pic to one of her homegirls.
Sold it.
Yeah. Her homegirl liked the pic.
Your penis gets sales?
I was thought the OnlyFans. Like, what's up? You heard about your brother. So
I'm not laughing with you.
We're hard to laugh with you. We really are.
she heard about her brother. She know. But homegirl sold my picture because what happened, I sent it to her. She was a nurse. She was at work. She said the picture came to her. She opened it, and one of her partners was standing by, and her partner was like, "Oh." So she just smiled or whatever.
Why would you open that at work?
Because I guess she was in that mood. I don't know. But now her partner later is like, "Yo, could I see that picture again?" She was like, "This is my friend. Like, you know, we do what we do." Homegirl was like, "Yo, let me get that picture." Homegirl said, give me $30 and I'll give you the picture. And she gave her $30.
And
I was like, shit, you could at least gave me 15 out of the 30.
She was desperate because what was she gonna do? What was that picture gonna do for her?
Well, you could go places and do things. Like, I don't know. I'm just helping her out. So
Not you helping her out.
It's whatever. But like I said, it comes down to you got to work things out and you got to work it together. Now, when you're talking about the single sex versus the married sex, and this goes into what you were saying, where there's certain things you do with your married partner that you won't do with someone else. I feel as a married man, I wouldn't have a threesome with my wife.
Yeah, that's stupid. But we know people who have done that.
Oh yeah, oh yes we do. Yes we do. But I have a homegirl that always tells me, "Yo, I'll have a threesome with you and another person. Like, it's all good." But she ain't my wife, so.
No, but we know somebody who was married and used to be swingers.
Oh yeah. I know. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, and that person regretted it later. But
yeah, they divorced.
Right. but
also, that's one of those questions now I ask somebody on like the second or third date, like before anything gets physical or any deeper connection, like while it's still all the way superficial, because I am not even interested in someone who wants a threesome.
So you wouldn't swing?
No, not at all. Not at all. First of all, I wouldn't do two men because I have some trauma in my past. Mm-hmm. And I definitely have no desire to watch someone that I am involved with be with someone else.
But I heard that was the women's biggest fantasy to have two men.
It's not. You know what my biggest fantasy is?
What?
You know what my biggest fantasy is?
Julio Iglesias.
No. My biggest fantasy is to come home from vacation and find my house painted.
I'm gonna fight you. We're talking about sexual fantasies.
Honestly,
she said that's her biggest fantasy.
It is my biggest fantasy. It's go ahead. You know what? Let yourself into my apartment.
This is gonna be funny.
In my sofa. This is gonna be funny with the Resolve and the vacuum.
That happened to me. I came home and found my house painted.
Who is this person and will they marry me?
Are you into women?
I could be for that.
Yep, she painted all the rooms and everything. She was into it. She was into painting and stuff like that. So while I was at work, I
Hi,
left with my
whoever
keys.
you are.
What
You are
happened?
my soulmate. Please call me. Hit us up in the chat. I think I love you.
Y'all are crazy.
And I came home. The house was painted and everything, you know, and
Like
it was
curtains hung and shit.
curtains hung, everything. She was good. She was good. And
Wait, she painted or did she get somebody to paint?
she painted.
Yeah, that's
What
crazy.
happened?
You come home and your house is all shiny and new.
Yes.
You didn't
Yeah,
have to do yourself to do it.
yeah.
I didn't have to do I didn't have to
Oh, you
paint
make
nothing.
puppies under the bed. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
She was good with that. Like it was cool. It was cool. And on top of that,
And you didn't wipe that?
nah.
What was wrong with her?
Nah.
What was wrong with that? Did she boil your bunny?
Nah. She was cool. We were just enjoying each other. I'll just put it like that. And she was dealing with someone else. We were she was dating, I was dating. So I knew she was dealing with someone else. But she liked the work that I put in. So, we and
No, everybody admires a man with a good work ethic.
and she was able to do certain things with me that her other friend didn't want to do. So, I'll choke you out. I'll do whatever I got to do to make you happy. It's all good.
Choke you out.
If
No,
that's what
that's
she's into.
one of those things. Like there is no one that will put their hand on my neck.
But see, there's some women that love that.
I know, but you put your hand on my neck, I am in sweatpants and a sweatsuit in 90 seconds. And your things, your coat is on the hook near the door. Please exit stage left. Do not put your hand on my neck.
But see, now that goes to what I said earlier. That's that conversation. You got to know, nah, never put your hands around my neck. And of course, I wouldn't put my hands around your neck. That wouldn't be no problem.
Right.
But I'll pull your hair.
Oh, of course.
See, there you
That
go.
was right. I was gonna say that's a given.
That's what it is. So it depends on what the person's into. And like I said, I have a couple of friends that they're into a couple of homegirls. They're into them and the two guys. I have a couple of homegirls that's into them, me, and the next woman. So it depends on that vibe. But I like I told this one young lady, I said, I'm gonna be honest. If it's me, the next dude and you, I'm never ever gonna be serious with you. Because I already seen the next dude smash you in front of me, and I'll never get that out my head. So I can never look at you the same.
I'm kind of a little bit. I mean, when warranted, I feel like I could be a little jealous. And
For some reason, Sean, I could picture Sean and the girl moan and Sean get up and punch her in her
we're
face.
gonna fight. We're gonna start fighting.
See, so you can't do it.
We can't. No, that's why.
You can't do that.
Or if my man is going in and that's not. Oh, we fighting.
I got one that told me she wants to watch me have sex with the next female.
No. No, I was actually dating somebody and I considered it. We talked about it and I was like, Maybe. Okay. He was like walking down the street asking people. It was so stupid. It was so, I'm like, the girl that worked at the laundromat where my son did drop off and pick up for laundry, he just asked her point blank. And I'm like, now my kid can't even take his laundry here anymore. Like,
You meet the most interesting people, brother.
Yeah, she does.
I do. I am telling you. I am telling you. If there is somebody with an emotional dysfunction in a room of 500 perfectly reasonable men, that dude is coming for me like a heat-seeking missile.
And I always thought it was only me.
No.
Because Sean will tell you, I meet some interesting ones too.
Yeah, he do. Oh yeah.
hmm
Oh no, Lord, I can't even explain.
And hold up, what is this? Oh my God, what is this? What is this? Dating site? Plenty of Fish.
Oh my God.
I met one up there. Oh my God. Woo.
She's crazy.
She was, first of all, she was like 6'3".
You meant to say you was on basketball?
Basketball Wives.
Basketballwives.com.
Yes, but she was like 6'3". She was Spanish and black. She was a good looking woman. We went out a couple of times.
Leslie Jones picture in my head.
We went out a few times. Then I went to the crib. We linked up, do what we do. Then one day I get the call. Come over. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm on my way. I'll come through. She lived in Brooklyn. I'm like, all right, bet. She was like, yeah, cause I want you to fuck me while my man watch. Hold up, first of
Oh,
all,
we heard about her.
right? While
Yeah.
your man watched, like, I didn't even know you had a man.
Now I didn't know you had a man.
No, I didn't even know you had a. And that was the second time that happened to me.
Right.
The first time that happened to me, Sean told me I couldn't be mad.
You could be mad whenever you want to be mad.
She said, because I stopped talking to homegirl, and she was like, "You can't say that girl like didn't like you." I was like, "Hold up," but she didn't even. If you tell me, like, I would never put a young lady in a situation where I'm not being truthful about certain things. If I'm into certain things, I'm gonna let you know. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna let you know and give you the option to say yes or no. You don't put a person in a situation like
Tell
I
me what
said,
happened again? How you found out?
because she got in a car accident, and then she was like, don't call my house. I got in a car accident. I was like, okay. What that
And
mean?
at this point, y'all were dating, like y'all were kind of dating. Y'all were seeing each other.
We were seeing each other. We wasn't dating.
I mean,
Yeah, all right. We were dating, somewhat dating.
something.
And then she goes, oh, because my husband is gonna be your what? I'm like, you got a whole husband?
What? You got a what?
Yep. Then I stopped talking to her and she was mad. Oh, all you wanted was sex. No, I wanted truthfulness. At least you should have told
Maybe
me.
she was planning on leaving her husband once she feel like y'all had a bond.
See, Sean always got to be Captain Save a Hoe.
That is I am the female equivalent of Captain Save-Ho.
You said
Nah,
I am like the men rehab.
like I said,
I used to feel like I was like that. I used to feel like I was the girl
because you were.
who fixed up the guy and then they figured out what they wanted in life and then went to go settle down. It was like,
Yeah, because Sean and her brothers would have to curse motherfuckers out real quick and put them in their place because Sean was too nice.
right. So it's like I was like, I hated that. I hated that phase because it was like, what is this? I don't want to fix you up for the next hoe. Like
Right,
I don't want
right.
that. You know, but I definitely think that, I mean, she did what guys do to us all the time. But you do wear your heart on your sleeve.
Me?
I don't think I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I don't think you wear your heart on your sleeve.
You saying that to,
When it comes to certain things.
you saying that to me
Because
or Barbara?
too wise. What I mean by that is that, like, a person who, like, you're quick to dismiss. You are.
Oh
But I
yes.
do feel like part of that is a defense mechanism.
No, part of that is I feel people know exactly what they're doing. So when you know what you're doing and you're doing it with
When
intention,
somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
right,
The
right,
first time. The first time, people.
right. Why keep going through things? So if you let me know what you're doing, peace. Ain't no hard feelings. Just we don't have to ever speak again.
Right.
Yeah, honestly, the next time I meet somebody who's like, I don't think I could ever get married again, I need to excuse myself and go to the ladies' room in my house.
Climb out the window.
Yeah,
She said the ladies' room in my
Just,
house.
just go ahead and climb out the window.
like just excuse me and just keep going. Grab my bag and keep going.
But you know what? We feel like we tend to think, as women, we tend to think like, oh, we'll change his mind. He'll be all right.
Right. That's what I told another young lady. I said, for some
We as women
reason,
tend to think that.
women
Never
always feel they
imagine
can change a man.
Houdini.
And men don't think we could. We know we can't change a woman.
Right.
You gonna be who you are and what you are. Like
You could change all my pocketbooks in the meanwhile.
right, women look at what men could bring or what men expect to be. Men look at women as how how you conducted yourself, like
Mm-hmm.
how people look at you, the respect level you get, stuff like that. That's why like men talk about women's body counts and stuff like that so much because they look at it on that level, right or wrong, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
So like I said, back to the love thing, I mean back to the sex thing. I think married sex should be boundless.
Right. That's why I saved some things till I got
Right.
married.
Boundless. It should be no holds barred as long as you're comfortable. I'm not going to say, I ain't even going to say what I was getting ready to say,
Oh shit.
but I ain't even going to say that you you can't hold certain things back because like I said, there's certain things like even if I'm married, my wife ain't sticking her fingers in my ass. I'm sorry. I can never do it. No. But like anything she wants me to do to her, I'm down. I could do it. But it's just certain things I know I could never get out of my head. So no, like certain things you ain't gonna do. Or then there's even certain things as a man I wouldn't do to my woman. Like I did have a young lady ask me would I urinate on her.
Ew.
But there's people that's into that.
No, no, no.
There's people that's into people defecating on them.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But no, you can't call it stupid. That's
No,
their
that's
little
stupid.
fetish.
That's disgusting.
There
That's
are
it.
people that dress up like animals and walk on all fours.
Right.
Yeah.
That's their fetish.
Meh?
I still got the paddles in my closet and all that stuff. So like whatever makes her happy. And that to me, that's what love and marriage and all that is about. What makes your spouse happy. But like I tell young ladies, I know me also. So if you're a woman that you still fantasize about getting dick down by 3 or 4 guys at once, I'm not the dude for you. So, like, I already know. Don't, because even once you bring it up to me
I
now, I'm
don't even
looking
want to
at the
deal with
style.
somebody who's never even participated in that.
What happened?
I don't even want to deal with somebody who's ever even participated in that. Like if you told me you did that once but you didn't like it,
What had a threesome
no, like
or orgy?
yeah.
Yeah, because an orgy is definitely different from a threesome.
Yeah, like I don't,
Because
you know
I
what?
had the threesome, I guess.
Maybe there was hope for
You
that
get on
when
my
I was
damn
younger,
nerves, Wes. I
but
just
now
think
I'm kind
you
of
know
like,
you get on my nerves.
I
Yeah,
think,
orgy is just like just nasty. Ugh.
what happened?
Or orgy is just. Ugh.
I think so.
oh, are you
I think-
watching Married at First Sight this season?
Oh yeah.
What about that guy? You know who I'm talking about.
The young guy that he won't have sex with the wife.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
Thank you.
Why won't he have sex with his wife?
So we watched Married at First Sight. He's been this wild boy, and now all of a sudden he
Right.
want
He
to have
wants to
sex.
not be on the streets anymore, so they hook him up with a preacher's daughter, and they get married at first sight. Like they meet each other at the altar. That's the whole point.
And then he's claiming he's not attracted. She's
She's
beautiful.
a beauty queen, and the daughter of a preacher. If she
Yeah.
was any more perfect,
Right.
Hey, maybe he's down low.
oh, I think he's down low. I think there's
Yeah.
things with him that are so wrong.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
he admitted to like, and just because you kiss somebody from the opposite sex does not make you gay. It makes you fluid to a degree
Hold up. Just if you kiss somebody, what?
from of the opposite sex.
If you kiss someone of the opposite sex, of course you're not gay.
Yeah,
No, the same sex, you mean.
same sex. Same sex.
If you kiss somebody from the same sex,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Barbara, you're
You
gay.
could be curious. I'm with her.
You're
You could be just curious.
So me as a man tongue kissing another man, that's gay. You don't believe that's gay?
I don't consider myself to be.
So if you came home and you saw Kevin tongue kissing a man, you wouldn't think that was gay?
You know me.
After he woke up,
First of all, at 40, if you are just starting to kiss men, then you hid something from me.
right?
You're not gonna wake up at 40 and decide,
You
oh, I'm
learn
gonna
something
kiss a
from
man.
yourself.
But there's a lot of people that hide.
Hide and
There's
don't
a lot.
tell people what they've been feeling this whole time. You don't wake up almost at your death date talking about, I think I want to kiss a guy. No.
Because once
You thought
again,
that you think those things.
there's a couple
People
of young
know when
ladies.
they're gay. People,
Yes.
I don't care what people say. People know when they're gay. If they come out, when you come out, you come out. But that's what it is. You're coming out. You didn't just realize this. You just telling everybody.
But there's a couple of young ladies, again, we know. At least one young lady I definitely know we know. And she got kids and everything, and all of a sudden she's gay.
Oh, you're gonna have to
That
text me
happens
that
a
name.
lot.
You're gonna
Right.
have
So
to text me that name so I could.
but
okay.
I feel if two men are kissing, they're gay. I'm sorry. I feel if two women are tongue kissing, they get like
You're definitely interested. I mean, girls can get by with certain things. We lay in the bed with each other, we hug, we spoon,
right.
and you know, we
Right.
girls just get away with more.
People think it's cute when it's two women, but when it's two men, they don't think it's cute.
Well, that's true.
Hmm.
All right, guys, we have.
Hold up, I got one more before you. I know we almost gone. Well, you already said you won't be into no threesome and stuff like that.
Hell no.
And you definitely wouldn't be cool watching your man with another woman.
Hell no.
That turns some women on.
You know,
Definitely.
it does, but no, we're not doing that. Get somebody else to do it. What is our next topic, ladies and gentlemen?
Well,
Well,
next week
I will
you
be
are on vacation. So Wise and I will cook something up, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
See y'all in 2 weeks. I love y'all.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy your vacation.
I will.
Have a great
Bye-bye, y'all.
vacation.
All right.
Bye.
Later.